Hello, hello, beautiful women. And welcome to day 2 of our Circle Skills course, which is really just an opportunity for us to dive into some of the essential qualities and principles of being a circle holder and how we bring that through in our circles. So for those of you who are just joining my page, my name is Mitlay Saudi and I am a circle holder and intuitive guide, and I'm really on a mission to help as many women as possible experience the transformative power of circles. So this is day 2 and we're just continuing our journey into what I'm calling circle skills, because I think it's a really important aspect to remember that although circles are definitely magic and medicine, and you will bring through your personal version of that magic and medicine, these are skills that we can learn in order to hold a safer space for women and a sacred space for women. And it takes practice and deepening our capacity as circle holders. So for those of you who are just stepping into that role, onto that path, who are feeling that desire to hold space, so many women are tripped up by fear, doubt, anxiety. And so I just really want to take this time to reassure you that you have this within you. If you are called forward onto this path, this is within you, and you can learn these skills and deepen your capacity in that regard. So I'll just see who's going to join me live. Hello, beautiful Karen. How are you? And Jeanette, welcome, my love. So please say hello if you are here. And we're just going to drop into the space as always, just to give us a few moments to gather. If you're driving, obviously just listen. But if you are able to just join me for a couple of minutes, a couple of moments, just to come fully present into this time and space. And if you're watching the replay, then please do so as well. So just gently closing down your eyes or lowering your gaze. And we just take a few moments, starting today with the breath. Just gently bringing your awareness to your breath, the natural rhythm of your breathing. Just noticing the breath as it enters the body and leaves the body. Not forcing it or directing it or trying to change it, just being present with whatever is for you at this moment, breathing in and out. And as you do so, you may notice, or the thought may pop up, that your breathing is fast or slow. Perhaps it's deep or shallow. You may have that urge to deepen it or lengthen it. Just be aware, be curious about any sensations or feelings that arise. And together we're going to take 3 cleansing breaths, by which I mean you breathe in through your nose and just gently let it out with a sigh through your mouth. So breathing in through your nose, letting it out with a gentle sigh. Taking that second deep breath in, letting it out with an audible sigh. And taking that third deep breath in, and letting it out with a louder sigh. And just letting your breathing once again find its natural rhythm. And shifting your awareness now to the very soles of your feet, the base of your spine. And just gently pushing through, if you're seated or standing, through the soles of your feet, the base of your spine. And as you do so, consciously activate your connection to Mother Earth. You may sense or feel or imagine those beautiful threads of light traveling from you all the way down through the floor or the ground, continuing further and further to the very heart of Mother Earth. And that next breath in, as you're breathing in, sense or feel or imagine yourself breathing in that love, that nourishment, that support from Mother Earth. Feeling it traveling all the way up through the soles of your feet, the base of your spine, traveling all the way through your body to the very crown of your head. Breathing out, it pours down over your entire physical and energetic bodies. And once again, breathing in and drawing up that love, that nourishment, that support from the earth, feeling it come all the way up from the soles of your feet, the base of your spine, to the crown of your head. And breathing out and letting it float down over your entire physical and energetic bodies. And one more time as we're breathing in that love, that nourishment, that support, feeling it traveling all the way up through your entire physical body to the very crown of your head. And breathing out as it showers down over your physical and energetic bodies. And now sense or feel or imagine a beautiful ball of light just above your head. And as you continue to breathe in and out, that ball of light now opens, and that light pours down through that column of energy from your crown, your third eye, the back of your throat, into your heart space, all the way down to the soles of your feet, and continuing down through the floor, the ground, to the very heart of Mother Earth. And gently drawing your awareness now to the very center of your chest, you may wish to place one hand there, just connecting to your heart space, connecting to that part of you where your innate wisdom resides, knowing that you have all you need within, and honoring yourself in this moment for being present, for being here, to learning, to deepening, to trusting. And from this space we set a joint intention to create a safe and sacred container between us, trusting that all that comes through will serve us and the greater whole. Taking a deep breath in, letting it out with a sigh, gently wiggling your toes, rubbing your hands together and coming back into this moment. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm here on a very beautiful morning in Sicily, although it always amazes me as soon as I set up and do a guided practice of any sort. I guess that's the sense of our awareness. It suddenly always seems to get really noisy. So my apologies if you could hear the background noise, but I hope you were able to tune in. Welcome, beautiful Jeanette. Lovely to have you here. Hello, Katrina. How are you? And Christine, thank you so much for joining me. And I know that it's Father's Day in Australia, so I guess lots of people are very busy. So this will not be a very long class. I want to touch on something that I talk about a lot. And if you've ever worked with me before, if you're in circle school already, if you've done the holding space immersion or are planning on doing it, or if you're a client, I talk a lot about intention and meaningful purpose. And so often when people ask me a question of, what should I do, or why is this happening, or why is this not happening, we always come back to what was your intention, or what is your intention, and what was the meaningful purpose, or what is the meaningful purpose of what you're trying to do, create, achieve, share. So for me, intention is really connecting to our why. So yesterday, and if you haven't watched day one, please go back and watch it. I will put these all in a playlist when we've completed, so you'll be able to go through them all. But we looked at you as circle holder, your quirks, your gifts, your talents, the things that you may consider your flaws or your faults, which are actually your superpowers. So that's really connecting with who you are. And now we want to connect with that intention for your circle. So drawing on everything that you're bringing through, what is the why for this circle, or for your series of circles, or for your circle offering? So why are you holding the circle? Why are you calling in those women to this circle? So helping you get really clear on who that circle is for. What is the experience that you wish them to have while they're with you in circle? Thinking about the space that you wish to create, how you want that to feel. What are the senses that you want to ignite? What are the feelings, the emotions that you want to connect with, and for the women who are with you to connect with? And what do you want to share? So the overall arching of that is, what is your intention? And get really, really clear on this. Don't skip this step. And this is why it is in circle skills, even if it doesn't sound like a practical skill, because it is an essential element of understanding the work that you're doing and the women that you're calling in. It's also fun. So getting really clear on your intention, play around with that. For some of you, it'll drop in. It'll be like that instant intuitive hit. This is why I'm holding this circle. This is what it's for, or this is why I'm holding this series of circles. And you may have a very broad intention for all your work as circles, or each circle may have a very specific intention. And then we expand on that from your intention to what is the meaningful purpose of what you're creating. So this will infuse everything that you do, from how you create the space, how the women share in that space, how you call women in, how you get out of your own way when the doubt and anxiety comes in. If you're super clear on your intention and your meaningful purpose, you'll be able to use your tools to navigate that part of the process. This is about how you will show up and serve. So that's why I see them as, we see so much as threads, don't we? We're always talking about threads in circles and how we weave these different aspects together. But your intention and your meaningful purpose are definitely woven together. Hello, Kerry. Welcome, my love. So when you're thinking of meaningful purpose, that is linked to your why, but it's really your what. So how are you going to create that safe and sacred space? What does that look like? What is the theme for your circle if you have one? What are the materials that you need to gather? What are the tools that you wish to share? In what way will you open and close your space? What practices do you want to share with those that you're calling in? What rituals and ceremonies do you wish to create and share for your circle? What intentional questions or sacred questions do you wish to share when you're facilitating the sharing, the rounds of sharing? So I ask you to remember, or I invite you to remember, that a circle itself is a journey. From the moment those women cross the threshold into your space and you welcome them in, you are guiding them, supporting them, holding them. You are taking them on a journey. No one part of your circle stands alone. So you'll be sharing specific practices. You'll be transitioning women from one element to the next element. You'll be sharing ritual and ceremony, and you'll also be supporting them to integrate and embody the whole experience, so that when you close your circle and release them back to their daily lives, they are resourced to step back into their daily lives with confidence and courage, and having at least started that integration process for what they've experienced. So when you're imagining your circle, these are the questions I really want you to ask yourself today. What is your intention? And this can be as broad or as narrow as feels right for you. There's no one way to do this. But what is your intention in holding that space? What is it that you are hoping to facilitate, to create? What is the experience that you want these women to have? What is the journey that you're going to take them on? And then we link that to meaningful purpose. That could be the specific theme or a specific outcome. And I don't mean outcome in terms of the women will achieve something within that space, but more in terms of the experience that you wish them to have. The reason these are so important is not just for the experience that you're going to take them on and the journey that you're going to take them on, but also to help you share that circle, to be able to reach those that you wish to serve, to be able to explain what a circle is and what your circles are when people ask you. So having this clarity around your intention and meaningful purpose will really support you in your role as a circle holder. If you start to plan that first circle and it's not really working, I always invite you to come back. If you are sharing that circle, marketing that circle, inviting women to ascend that circle, calling people in for your circle, and it's not resonating, come back to your intention and meaningful purpose, because something is out of alignment. So there are different ways to do this depending on you, which is why we come back to your quirks and gifts and talents and flaws and skills, etc. And please, if you're here live and you have any questions, just pop them in the comments box. Or if you're watching the replay, the same, just tag me. So there are a few practices you can use. I always suggest getting yourself into a beautiful, grounded, centered place. So each day of this, I share at the beginning a very short process. It may be breathing, grounding, centering. Well, it's probably all of those things. But whatever your preferred practice is, just to be able to go within. And then sit with that request. Ask to be taken. The question I often ask for myself is to be taken to that part of me that is unshakable, that part where our intuition resides, that part where our innate wisdom is. And we sit with that invitation to go there, and then we start to think about our circles or your next circle and start to connect with the why and allow yourself to be guided through that process. You may wish to ask, why am I holding this circle? Who am I calling in? What is the purpose? And if you're very familiar with listening to your own inner guidance, to following your intuition, you may already have a fabulous practice for this, so do that. Alternatively, if that doesn't resonate for you or if that doesn't feel helpful, journaling is another practice that can support you to uncover that intention and meaningful purpose. So asking similar questions and just allowing yourself to free write, to sit with what comes up, to explore themes, to explore topics, to explore meaning. And again, these practices that you're using, whether you borrow ones that I share or you already have your own, remembering that these are likely to be practices that you will also share in your circles. So the more you engage with them and the more you see how they work, the more you'll be able to share that within the context of your circle. So listening for guidance, journaling, and then planning. If you love to plan things out, in Circle School we have what I call a circle map, which takes you through planning your circle. And for some of us, that is where, oh, hello, we have a little visitor. Good morning, my love.
Catapult game?
Catapult games. Okay, thank you. I'm going to be with you in about 5 minutes.
How long is 5 minutes?
It's 1 minute times 5.
Should I bring you a cake?
That would be lovely, thank you. Just taking a breath, sorry. Where was I? So yes, these are the practices that you will share in circles. So the other way, if you are much more practically minded, or if you'd rather plan it, is to start mapping out what you wish to share, to start looking at the structure of your circle, the things that you wish to include, the practices that you wish to share, how you want the room to look, or if it's online, what is the atmosphere that you wish to create in that space? What are the materials you wish to gather? Are you going to create a centerpiece or an altar? Just allow yourself to imagine, to use your imagination to start to see this circle coming to life. And as you do so, jotting that down. And through that process, your intention and meaningful purpose may become clearer. So as I said, there's no one way to do this. It's a matter of drawing on what supports you, your preferred practices, and playing around with it. Because over time, the more circles you hold, you will hone your own process for understanding your overall intention for your circle work, your intention for your specific circle or a specific body of work of circles, and also the meaningful purpose of gathering women together in this way. Again, that overall meaningful purpose, but the meaningful purpose of each of those individual circles. That may be represented by a theme, it may be represented by an emotion, it may be represented by something that they'll take home at the end of it. So just give yourself the freedom to have fun with this, to really liberate your mind and connect to your soul, connect to your heart, and be guided by what is calling you, be guided by what is wishing to come through you. In Circle School, we do a practice, a guided practice that I take you on to connect to the soul or the spirit of your circles. So for me, every circle is its own entity. And if you can start to be in circle with your circle, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this, and if that doesn't sound too ridiculous, to meet that soul, to meet that circle as a separate entity, to engage in conversation, to be able to receive what she wants to share with you, and to go from there, you'll start to find a new depth to what it is that you wish to do and share within your circles. So I really hope that that makes sense. If you have any questions on that, the concept, the principle, the practices I'm talking about, they're very, very simple, but they can be profoundly effective. And when you follow that thread all the way through to when you're sitting holding that circle, it'll feel like you've done it before, because you have. You have so aligned with that intention and meaningful purpose that it'll flow through you and resonate incredibly beautifully with those that are called to sit in circle with you. So thank you so much to those who are here with me live. I so appreciate your presence, and I'm really honoured to be on this journey with you as space holders and circle holders. If you have any questions about what I shared today, please pop it in the comments. And I will be back tomorrow for day 3, hopefully at the same time, around, it's about 8 a.m. my time. So I will see you tomorrow. And for anyone who is interested, the next live round of the Holding Space immersion starts on the 9th of September. That's just $97. It's now a prerequisite for Circle School, but if you're planning on joining us in Circle School, it's included, and the next round of Circle School starts on September the 30th. So just reach out if you want any more information or if you have any questions. And otherwise, I will see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Mwah. Bye.